What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Sneakers and Trims. Obviously, today I'm looking like a grizzly bear because I'm sure most of you lot are looking grizzly right now because guess what? The barbershops are closed. No, the barbershops are closed. What are we gonna do? What the hell are we gonna do? Some of you people can't cut your own hair, but on the other hand, I can cut my own hair. So hopefully, I can teach you how to cut your hair too in this lockdown, you get me? If you follow these step-by-steps that I'm gonna give you, I guarantee you, I've got faith in you. Let's get into this video. I got my hat on here because I look so rough, man. I hate seeing myself looking this rough, but guess what, fam? Dang! You see that? The front just went. Who cares, man? About to turn up in this video, you get me? You wanna see what I can look like with a trim? You wanna see me go from zero to hero? You wanna see man go from zero to raw? You can see the beard, it's not shaped up, it's looking rough, the moustache is rough, the hairline's just all over the place, it's curling up at the front like Aladdin's shoes. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, we're gonna get rid of Aladdin and I'm gonna try and show you lot how to fade, you get me? So how we're gonna start, we're gonna do basically zero all the way around, yeah? So what you wanna do is get the mirror. So we start like this, you get the mirror and you got a mirror in front of you, so you're gonna need 2 mirrors, yeah? So you get the mirror and then if you can see what you would do, that mirror needs cleaning. It's got grease on it from when I've been cutting people's hair, you get me? But anyway, the mirror will be like that in the other mirror, so you'll be able to see the back of your head. Does it make sense? Yeah, so whichever way you go, you can see the back of your head in that mirror. I'm using the phone, but for you, it would be a mirror, yeah? So you're looking at the back of your head, and what you want to do is get the zero and skin. With you guys, you might want to start low, so you've got more room for error. So me, I'm going to start around, I'm going to do it about here, but you maybe want to start about here, go all the way around, okay? Same, so you can look in front and get it. So you start here, go halfway to the back of your head, then start here and then go to the back of your head from this way. Don't always go all the way around because you'll end up going either too high or too low or whatever. So go round, yeah, and then go round that way, then start again on this side, people. Yeah? Anyway, so what you want to do, you want to get your clippers, you want to make sure your clippers have got a lever on the side. The lever is for opening, where is it? Opening and closing. Close, open, yeah? So to do a skin fade, it needs to be like that, all right? So we're gonna do that all the way around. So you get your mirror, start from the back, that's how I start. Get to the level you wanna be, kinda like, you've kinda got to have that motion, that scraping motion kind of thing, you know? So you got to be careful what you're doing because obviously you're new to this, so you got to be a bit more careful. So you start from the back, yeah. Or you can start from here. It's up to you. You can start from here if you want and work your way back. All right. So me, I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I want a high fade. So like I said, don't worry about hair too much. You can go back to the skin bit and start again and skin it more. Right, so you see that? With skin here, one level to the back. Obviously that side's not done, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna start from the other side now. So you switch hands with the mirror, and then you go to the back again, and you've got a point, you get me, you've got a guideline from the other side, so you know where to start. So you take that up to the same length as the other side, and then you basically do the same thing. And you just basically go around with this motion, up and down, constantly going over the same spot to try and get the skin that you need, like the skin fade. You don't want it to have like little bits of hair here and there and everywhere, so you're going to have to go over it again. That's called refining. So you refine the haircut of it, you get me? What you want though, you want a hairbrush. You want to be doing this with a hairbrush as well. So you want to be combing the hair down. What I'm going to do in a minute, obviously the way I do it is because I know what my next step is. But what you want to be doing, you want to be doing that. So if you see now, look, skin, all the way around, you get me? I'm not sure if it's all clear, but we're gonna go back to that. Like I said, here, you can go back to that at the end and you can skin it more at the end. You don't need to worry about that so much. Next thing you wanna do is open this to a 0.5. So that's 0.5 now, yeah? So 0.5. Same, but like I said, before you do that, you're gonna wanna brush the hair down, because while you've been cutting up, you've been pushing the hair up. So you want to push it back down to make sure that the line's straight. Obviously go over it, check it, make sure it's all straight round the back. Then 0.5. So you can either start from here, in the front, or you can start from the back. So with the 0.5, I'm probably going to start from the front. Yeah? So however you decide to hold the clippers, I hold the clippers like that when I'm doing that. 0.5 to the level you want it, and you're going to want to get the mirror and just 0.5 it to the height, to like maybe 2 centimeters above that line. So that's your second level of your fade, yeah? So 2 centimeters above, and you're creating another guideline, and then you're going to go back down in a minute. Battery dead. But anyway, don't worry about that. Got a backup for that. So, see here, now I've got 2 guidelines. I've got 1 line here and 1 line there. So what you need to do, you need to take your clippers. Before you've done the skin on 0, now you go to 0.5 and you've done the 0.5. So now you've got the skin line still there. So you need to take this and close it a little bit, right? And leave it a little bit open. So literally like this, look. So basically you want it that much open, yeah? Not like that, just a little bit. So literally a millimeter. So your millimeter, you open it, and then you would start flicking away. You flick away at that line there, you go like that, yeah? And you can use corners as well. So corners will help you to not push it too high. So you can't go any higher than the line. You have to literally flick on the line and you'll get that line to be gone. Bro, I'm gonna use my other clippers for that. These wires, man, how do they get tangled like that? They just do their own thing. Have you ever wondered about wires and are they alive? Because the way they get tangled sometimes, it's like, are you feeling all right? Right, so back to the 0.5, yeah? Back to this one now. We're gonna close that, a little bit open, yeah? Just a little bit, like a millimeter. Then go back here and we'll flick that line out. Like I said, you can use corners to not make the line go too far up. Whatever you're comfortable with, like that. You can use corners like that. You just want to be flicking away at that line. Bearing in mind, you have to use your initiative as well. You have to use your initiative because you're gonna have to open it a little bit more again, open it a little bit more, and then go a little bit higher. Yeah? Just that little bit higher. Just a tiny bit flicking, always flicking, never pushing. Literally touching the head like this. Never going like that. If you do that, you've gone mad. Literally going like that, yeah? Might seem weird, but that's the only way to avoid pushing that line up too high. If you go like that, you're done. You're done out here. It's not as hard as it looks, guys, trust me. It's just about using a little bit of common sense and trying to understand the grades. And we're remembering what you've just used and what you've just done, so that you can always sort of grade it down or grade it up, because a fade is basically grades. So it starts from 0 and goes to like whatever you want it to go to, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, however you want it. So my fade is going from a skin fade to a 1.5. So after you've done the 0.5, right, you get the number 1. You get the number 1, right, and you open it, not closed, right, open, yeah, not closed, open, cool. Then you go another 2 centimeters higher, brush down, another 2 centimeters higher. You have to be a good judge of what you're doing and always have that mirror behind your head so you can see what you're doing. Don't be scared. Obviously you have to be at first because you don't want to mess your hair up, but you'll always understand where your work. Don't keep it at one level. The levels that you're flicking up to, don't go higher, don't flick higher. Always flick on one level. Yeah, flick on one level. Don't like, but with this one you're going 2 centimeters, so measure 2 centimeters so 2 centimeters for the skin fade, 2 centimeters for the 0.5, 2 centimeters for the 1.5, yeah? But this is open, it's a 1.5. When you open the 1, it turns into a 1.5, yeah? So you're going 2 centimeters higher with that. Quick 2 centimeters. Alright? And then after that, after you get your 2 centimeters with your 1.5, after that what you're gonna do, you're gonna close this back down to a 1, and then you're gonna take that line out, you're gonna flick at the bottom of what you've just done. You're gonna flick that line out slowly so that it's all fading together, yeah? Otherwise your fade's not gonna go in together. But anyway, let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about. So you can see the fade's coming slightly. Obviously it's nowhere near where it's gonna be finished, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my phone on charge because my battery's low, and then I'm gonna come back to this. We're back. So it's all charged up right now. Let's get back into it. So, like I said, this side, we're gonna get the 1.5. Now, this is something I wanna talk to you about. See, when you're at home cutting your hair, when you buy clippers, they give you grades 1 to maybe 6 or 8, right? But what you need to get that crisp fade is this, which is a half, right? So it's in between the 1, but bigger than this when you open it. So if I put this on, it's now a half, so it turns into like 1/16, whatever, 13, well, I don't know how to explain it anyway. Basically, this is a 0.5, this is a half, yeah? So this is what you need. This is extra, what they don't give you. So you can buy that at most like barbershops, sort of wholesale suppliers. And then there's a 1.5, which is in between the 1 and the 2. which is what helps you to get that crisp fade. Trust me, without this, it's really hard. So anyway, don't let me drop your hopes, because you can still do it. You just have to be a bit more, do you know what I mean? So, get the 1.5, right? This is what I would be doing, right? And go another 2 centimeters up, yeah? Brushing down always, because you're always brushing your hair up when you shave it, when you're cutting it. So, basically not going too high, depending on what you've got on top. Your 1.5 in it with the grade open, and then you're gonna close it, which is what I've got it now, closed, and just going around the bottom part of it. So always just touching on the bottom part. Yeah, so then what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go back down to my 1, open, right? And try and clean it up a bit. Make it blend in a bit more. And obviously, if you see nothing happening, just drop it a little bit, close it. Like, just use your own, you know what I'm saying, common sense on how much you need to open it and how much you need to close it. Because no one can show you. You can only see by your hair. And the main thing you need is good lighting. Yeah, me, because I know my hair, I've done my hair before, I can sort of risk it for a biscuit in dark settings. But you guys need good lighting, because you need to see exactly what you're doing at every step. Do you understand? You literally need to see every step. Corners are essential for fades. Just the corner, yeah? So just using the corners is good, because it doesn't create the line that you want to avoid creating. Because when you get another line, that means you have to take the fade higher. That's not what you want to be doing. So you want to keep that 2 centimeter guideline in your head. Always keeping 2 centimeters between guidelines. So your skin and your 0.5 and your 1 and your 1.5 should all have like a 2 centimeter gap between them. And then what you do, you go back down and you adjust, right, at the end. So like here, even though I've finished here, later on I can go back and adjust. Oh my God. I don't know how much you've missed. It's been on low battery. So you might have missed some of it. But anyway, you might not have. Basically, you get your 0.5 here and you go down on the last bit that you've just done. Yeah? You go down on it, taking all the way the excess hairs that don't need to be, that are standing up, whatever. But not going too high, just basically on the low part of the fade where you've done the 0.5. So, if you see, this is the side of the head. It's not complete. I still need to, at the end, I'm gonna take the shavers and I'm gonna skin that properly. Then I might do the 0.5 a little bit more, but you get a rough idea. And then if you look at the back, the other side's not even done. Do you get me? So now we're gonna do this side, yeah? That didn't even take long, did it? That was quick. Very quick class. Like Mr. Mapunda. Boom. Anyway, that's one side. So now I'm going to jump over to the next side. But you always have to remember what your last step was, because if you forget, then you're going to do something wrong. So my last step was on there. My last step on there was obviously skin, because I haven't done the 0.5 yet, because I can't see the guideline for the for the 0.5, which is why it's good to have guidelines, because you can see what you've done last. So now we're going to do the open. I'm going to open it. Yeah. Alright, you can do this with your right, with one hand, innit? One hand. So that's the correct way of doing it, not using your other hand. So right, open on the other side. Brush the hair down. Mirror behind your head. You've obviously got the guideline from this side, so you know what to do. So your 2 centimeters again. Give yourself a 2 centimeter guideline to work with. You remember before I started on this side, I started here, but now I've started at the back because I've got a guideline, so it's cool. You can start where you want. Just 2 centimeters on each side. Yes, people, so here you can see roughly the second guideline, yeah? Right, that we're gonna flick it out like that. Look. Close that and then open it a tiny bit and then flick. Yeah? That's the motion. Okay? Not before you brush. Okay? Because you've been pushing your hair up. Yeah? So flicking out the line. Flicking it out. Yo, my phone's hating on you lot. I keep losing footage. I'm not gonna lie, I literally did the whole other side of my head, recorded it, footage gone. But anyway, you wanna repeat what you've done on this side of the head. Yeah? So we've gone up here with the 1.5. I was showing you about basically 0.5, something you need to buy. They don't come with clippers anymore. Like the clippers that you buy in the store, you're not gonna get it. So you need a 0.5 guard, yeah, which is a half, and you need a 1.5. So if you go to a barbershop supplier, like a barbershop place where they supply barbershops and stuff, ask them for a half and a 1.5, because that's how you're gonna get a better fade. So like obviously you can see on this side, we've gone up to here with the 1.5. Haven't done nothing to the top yet. Went to the other side, same thing. Well, this is just the 0.5. We've just reached 0.5 now, so we're gonna put the 1 on now. I'm gonna put the 1 on and open it. So the 1 on, open, yeah. Basically same thing we done on this side, we're doing on this side. With the guideline from the back, from the hair you've got the guideline to match. So you always do half, and then go back to that side, and then you've got the guideline on this side to use on what sort of height you wanna get. So another 2 centimeters, always keeping that 2 centimeter guideline in your mind between your skin fade, between your skin to your 0.5. So skin, 2 centimeters. Your skin, whatever length you want it to be. And anything after that, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, yeah? So 2 centimeters gives you your guidelines where you get the fade. Because you know what I'm saying, it has to have different levels for it to have a fade. So with the 1.5, we're taking it up. So this is the 1, but open. The 1 open. This is not a 1.5. The 1.5 comes after the 1. Yeah? So we've got the 1 open here. Brush down. And we're flicking up. We're kind of flicking. We're not so pushing, we're flicking. You have to flick. Remember the flick. It might seem like I'm rubbing, but I'm flicking. I'm flicking and rubbing, to be honest. This is like little things you need to understand. There's differences in times when you need to use different motions. You need to figure it out through trial and error. But like I said, the corners helps you get a better fade without creating another line. Yeah. So with that, take out the bottom guideline with the one closed. So you close the one after you have it open, and you go back down to take the line that would have been left. Then obviously I'm gonna get my 1.5. Fair noises, man. Can be frustrating, so don't feel no way to take breaks. Trust me, it gets frustrating. Even me, I'm getting frustrated now. But it's just because I'm instructing. I would have been like probably finished by now. But yeah, like I said, this is the 1.5, something that they don't have in the clippers that you buy. You need to go and buy this separately from either a barbershop that sells stuff or somewhere that supplies barbershops. Or you can probably buy it on Amazon actually. Go on Amazon and type in like 1.5 clipper comb. Not clipper comb? Yeah, clipper comb I think it's called. My bad, sorry for the ignorance. But I'm sure it's called a clipper comb. So flicking up with a 1.5, not going too high. Otherwise you're going to go into the top of the hair, which you want to have some sort of level to fade up to. Because essentially, some people fade from the top down. So you can start up here if you want and do the skin last. You can do it last, check that out. Go on YouTube and type in different techniques of cutting hair. And you'll see. But stay on my page though, man. Don't be leaving my channel to go and watch next man's videos. That's bang out of order, mate. That's bang out of order. Like call the YouTube police on your ass. So going up with the 1.5 at the back, like we did on the other side. 1.5. I probably told you about this 1.5 already, and I'm forgetting what I told you. Flicking up. What, like if you know what level, if your level of hair on top's not really going to change much, then you can sort of also do this, like go down with the 1.5, sort of level it out even more, so that it's smooth around the edges. So you go down on it, yeah, make sure that it's open, otherwise you might take too much off. So going down on the top, on the side part, you know what I mean, just above what you've done. Right, so now this is where we're at, you know, this is where we're at the moment. So obviously we're going to get to the refining, so you're getting the majority of the cut done, and then after that you're going to get to the refining the cut. So right now I've got a lot of refining to do. I haven't taken out the line on that side, and also I'll show you I haven't used the 0.5, the half guard. So I'm just going to be taking out the line on this side, flicking away with the no guard on it and just a little bit open, just so I can flip this line out so that the fade's smooth, you know what I'm saying? Or as smooth as I can get it, because you can't always give yourself a perfect cut, but as long as it's looking decent, you're happy, right? You don't want to have no bodged cut, trust me. So pay attention to what you're doing and don't try and rush it. So that's a bit more neat on the 0.5 side. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my one, and I'm going to try and clean up here a bit messy. It's looking good. coming along. There's nothing like seeing the fade come along nicely, you know what I mean? As a barber, that's what you're working towards, isn't it? So it's like a sigh of relief when you see it fall together. It's like, no, you're only looking for the last bits to put the puzzle together. But you already know what you got to do kind of thing, do you know what I mean? So it's like much easier. Once you start, it's like, you know, it's like a puzzle, innit? You got to look for the pieces. I'm holding this mirror all mad, but it's doing alright. You can have a bigger mirror, you can just position it like behind you if you want. If you've got big enough mirrors, then you can position it. You don't have to hold the mirror. If you've got two big mirrors, like if you've got one of them stand-up mirrors, you can position it behind you here and just do your thing. Whatever's more comfy for you. I prefer to do it like this because I can bring it closer, further, however I need it, you get me? However do you want it, however do you need it. So we're just literally just taking exactly what we did on this side onto this side. So basically just trying to get that fade like nice, trying to make sure there's no lines and stuff. Like make sure that it's gradually fading and not abrupt, like some abrupt, like boom, like, you know what I mean? Like 0, bow, 0.5, bow, number 1, put. Them strong fades. Man's not about them fades there. The fade's got to be soft, you know what I mean? Like gradual, fam. Gradual business we're dealing with around here. None of these fades that you be seeing, these lockdown fades. We're not trying to get you looking like no madman out here. Trust me. So all I need to do now is flick away that line. Yep. Flick away. Now 1.5 time to just seal the deal on that fade there. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we're getting there. Getting there. I've had people in my chair, I'm cutting their hair, yeah? And they just jump out the chair like, yeah, mate, that's fine, I love it. Yeah, man, just leave it, it's fine, you know? Me, I'm a perfectionist, man. I try to get it right, you know? Sometimes I feel like that too. I'm like, it's done, man, whatever, man. How can anyone say anything to me and I've done it myself, like, you know what I mean? People can't cut their own hair, bro. You get me, bruv? So I'm like, what, bruv? I don't care, bruv. So yes, people, we're nearly reaching the top of the mountain. You get me? Just the refining we're dealing with right now. See, on the top, I'm just gonna look at that. That's number 2 now, but open. So it's always in grades. So 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, whatever. Do you know what I mean? However you, but that's the order, and it has to be like that. And then you always have to come back down and fix it. You can't just do the fade and then you have to go back down, close it, take the line away, because you've done about 3 or 4 guidelines. 3 guidelines. Yeah, so with your 3 guidelines, you need to take those lines out. And what I'm going to need to do is possibly take this side of the fade up a little bit higher, because I think I've taken it a bit high on that side. gets like that. Right, so now I'm going to use my 0.5. To take this off a bit. And grade it in between the 1 and the 1.5. Corners. Always using your corners. Look at this brush on this. Done properly. See, what's happening is I don't have the same light on this side that I do on this side from the, you know what I mean? So there's shadows. You have to be careful for shadows. They can mess up your fade. Because instead of cutting, you're cutting thinking that it's the hair, but really it's a shadow. So you're just going higher and higher. But yeah, that's lovely, man. To be fair, I want a high fade anyway. Clean up with the, you know what I mean, with the half closed. This is how you achieve the proper fades with these extras. The 1.5, the 1.5 and the half. That's how you get the best fades. There's certain things you can't do with just 1 to, you know what I mean? 1 to 8 or 1 to 6, whatever you might get with your, you know. So I'm going to go back over that again. With the 1. It's all refining, you have to refine. Unless you're one of them people that does it perfect the first time and then you don't do the refining at the end. But me, I'll get through the trim, the main bit, and then I'll go back and refine it. That's just how I do it. There's so many different ways of cutting your hair. So many different ways. We're getting there. Don't worry, people. I'm going to show you the finished product. We're getting there. Now, 1.5 for the back, because the back's looking a bit mental. Like I said, this side was a little bit higher, so to take that one up a bit. The back needs a little bit of fixing, but we're getting a rough idea of how to do a fade. You get me? So boom, let's do the back. And you'll always be able to hear it when it's cutting. If you can't hear no cutting, then it means you're using the wrong clipper, the wrong grade. The amount of times this phone is trying to sabotage this footage. Like, yo, like, I'll be turning around and the camera's not even filming no more. Time to upgrade, fam. iPhone keeps doing this, man. They make your last iPhone not work, so you have to upgrade every time. They do it every time. I've had every iPhone out. I'm tired of having every iPhone out, you get me? I just want to stick with one phone and have it for more than, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, like, well, what the hell, like, you have to keep changing our phones every year. Yeah, but listen out for it. Listen out for the clippers. You can hear them cutting. If you can't hear them cutting, you're just wasting your time. And it's a big help because it lets you know if you're cutting too much, it'll be too loud, you know? If you're just on the edge, then you'll hear it cutting a little bit. So always listen out to for your clippers because they're telling you what's going on. They're telling you when you're going too high. They're telling you when you're when you're not doing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Just listen out for the clippers. Nearly there, people, man. Nearly there. You. Finally, baby, we've made it. So, obviously, I need to brush my hair. Yeah, the Aladdin still there, creeping. Yeah, so we've got the fade on both sides. The back should be looking a bit better. I haven't finished, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clear all of this bit, this area. Now, see, last minute. Don't need to do it straight away. Clearing all that little hair that you've left behind, anything that could be standing out that you missed, you go over, you take a closer look. Also, when you're doing that, the next thing you want to do is brush it. Get all those excess hairs that have been stuck to your head off, otherwise you're just cutting hair that's not even needs to be cut, you know what I'm saying? Be careful when you're getting towards the fade bit, because you don't want to be creating no extra lines that you need to go back and fix. So try and stick to the low part of the head, or you'll end up giving yourself more work. Yeah? We've cleared all of that out. Got rid of the excess hairs on the neck. We do this side quickly. But I'm happy with that. So, saying that, I've just seen something. Like I said, man's a perfectionist. I've seen something that I don't like, so I need to go back and fix it, right? See, sometimes it only takes two little things and you know what I mean, it's fixed. Just use a corner on one piece. Don't overdo it. That's it, that's sorted. It's lovely. Only thing I didn't do on that side is go down with it on the point. Go down with the 0.5 like I did on that side. That's all I need to do. Because you gotta always remember what you did on one side and do the exact same thing on the other side if you want your haircut to come out nicely. Otherwise you're gonna look like Billy No Mace. You know what I'm saying? You don't be looking like Billy No Mace, man. Then obviously you have to fade your beard out if you got a beard. So start with a 0.5. Yeah. So start with the clippers open. Yeah, with nothing on it. And take the top piece off with the 0.5. Yeah. Then obviously work your way down to however you want your beard to fade in. So I'm going with the one open, which is 1.5. Yeah, once it's open. Then I'm gonna go down with the 1.5. Yeah, open. Fade it out, fade the beard out a bit. Feel me? Then what I do, I'm gonna get number 6. Number 6, comb my beard. And then I'm gonna go downwards on the beard like that. And just level it up. Otherwise it starts looking a bit reckless. So 6 down. And that's the beard. Tamed a little bit. Gets a bit wild. Yeah. Just took that down a little bit. Gonna have to sort of round it up a bit because it's not exactly all the same length right now. So what I might do is get the 8 and go up. So get the 8 and go up. Where's the comb? Ah, that's what I needed, the Afro comb. I'm gonna teach you a little trick on how to do your beard, yeah? And get the line even. You need to have talcum powder. You get your talcum powder, yeah, you sort of even it out on the wrist. Get your shape up machine and start the line with the powder. And it gives you, I don't know if you can see, let me try and get it. It gives you a guideline to work with, you get me? That's what the powder will do for your beard. It gives you that guideline that you need so you don't, you know, be going off course. So that's just a little trick that you can use to get a straight line on your beard. Use the talcum powder. bottom. Bro, everyone do their beard their own way though, innit? So same thing, yeah? Same thing with the shape up, innit? See the beard? Same thing with your shape up. Use the powder, innit? See what I'm saying? I feel like I got some hair to take away here, man. It's not finished. Just a little bit there. Don't ever cut your hair with grease in it either, you know what I'm saying? This is the number 4 on here. Because when you cut your hair with grease in it, it makes it harder. And you don't get that proper cut. Because the hair's sticking to the clippers. The hair's not getting cut evenly. Because some's sticking down, some standing up. So always wash your hair before you cut it. Feel me? Like on the top you can go any direction if you know what level you want to cut it. You don't need to go like, you just need to go against the grain. Basically. My hair was long on top, I didn't even realise. Damn. My hair was mad long on top because it's taking a lot off. Taking a lot off. I'm like, yo, why is it taking so much off? No, I'm joking. Level 4 is the one for me still. And then just listen out for when you can hear the clippers are not cutting no more, then you know you don't need to keep going. Do you know what I mean? Right, so that's the top sorted. Brush it down, brush it down, now brush it down. Next thing we want to be doing is the shape up. A little bit of powder. A little bit of powder. So, it's easier for you to get the guidelines. Yeah? Come on, I'll show you in a minute. My battery's died so many times since I started making this video. But you get to see what I'm talking about. The fade's there, the fade's lit. Yeah? I hope this helps you to sort of You know what I'm saying? The beard, the powder. Use the powder to get the lines, shape up. I lost so much footage, I can't even be bothered to do it no more. But obviously you see the transformation. So you can do it too, you get me? 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, and then whatever you got on the top, all right? And then go back down, close it, flick away, and then you'll get your nice fade. You know what I'm saying? I need to go back over this a little bit there, that's all. Save people.